Wednesday morning. It's 11 o'clock on Wednesday morning. I've been trading for a little bit now. Although I did sleep in slightly. I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned this in videos before, but I am a bit of an insomniac at times and struggle with falling asleep. And last night was one of those times. So I had 6 limit orders in overnight. There was actually 15 stocks that triggered on the all of these guys triggered, and basically I put limit orders at 6 of them and 2 of them filled, and obviously it's kind of scary that we're in the market for like an hour before I saw them. However, they're not doing terribly. So the FTT is one update. This one I just sold off at $25.80, so I can complete yesterday's trades. That one was a winner, 137, so I ended up being 3 and 3 yesterday, but my 3 losses were, was it 3 and 3 or 3 and 4? Hang on, I was 3 and 4 yesterday for minus 239, 7 trades total. Today I have appointments in the afternoon, so I'll just be trading in the morning. And the 2 stocks that triggered were both sort of scary. So this HGU, I set the limit order at 1572. If you look at the 2-day, so yesterday, let me get my days right. Yesterday was right here. It finished right in here at 1582. So I put it below the low of day for yesterday, because yesterday was a down day, and I like the gap up it had about 2 weeks ago. It gapped up from 1530 to 1550, and I liked that it had pulled all the way up to almost 18, and it was now back to right at that gap up point of 1550. So my hope was that this 1550 would certainly be a strong support level. So actually I have my stop on this at 1549, which is slightly above $200, but I do have a chunk of change in there, and I'm comfortable at that. So it's sort of hopefully bottomed out in this 1560 range. You can see it's had now 3 or 4 candles that have bounced right in this area, and I'm hoping for a nice pullback because it's had 5 consecutive down days in a row, and the volume yesterday was lower than the day before, which can be a sign that things are reversing. And then the second one was THO. I'm not as excited about this one. This guy it actually gapped down or just moved down very strongly. Again, looking at, yeah, it did gap down quite a bit, so I must have got in right at market open because I had a limit order at 1236, so it certainly would have filled first thing. Yeah, so I had a limit order actually at 1242 and it filled at 1236, which is slightly high for beginning of the day because it opened at 1235. So anyway, you can see it tanked, came up a little bit, and it's sort of floating around the 1229. So I have a tight stop loss of 1224 on this one because I'm not as optimistic. I wasn't expecting a gap down like this, and there really isn't much levels of support that I can find all the way down to like 1150. It gapped up again like 2 weeks ago from 1090 all the way to 1150 and sort of pushed up to 13, has now come down to 12 and a quarter, but I'm not confident that it is just going to bounce back up right now. So this one could stop loss 1224 is just right here. It's already hit that today. And then the WPM is one that I have a limit stop or a limit order on from yesterday of 2751. It hasn't filled yet. It's still open, but sort of keep my eye out keep my eye out to see if it fills, and I'm fairly excited about this. This is about 8 days ago. This had a gap up from 27.42 to 27.55, pushed all the way up to almost $30, and now it's come down almost to right where the gap up was at 27.50. So I think this one has got some decent potential. It's had 5 losing days in a row, but the volume is certainly not very impressively high. And yeah, so that's where we're at now, and I'll keep you posted as we
Looks
go.
like we're right at the cusp of being stopped out of THO.
1224 is our, oh, looks like we just did. Yeah, we were stopped out of THO at 1224. So it filled at 12.235. I just don't like this one. I think it could tank a lot more than where it's at right now. So that is 12.235. $201 loss exactly. So we're 0-1 at this point on the day. Okay, looks like we just filled on WPM at 27.51. It's come down from high of day of 27.94 all the way down to 27.50, and that's where we filled. So I am optimistic about this stock. So we're in WPN at 27.51. So it's 11.25. It looks like things are slipping. This is the entire market here on the day. And you look at the last 20 minutes. It's been some pretty good sell-offs. And I don't know if there's some, obviously there's some very sad news stories going on right now. But HGU has, it actually had a good pull up from it's low in the 15.58, pulled up all the way to 15.66, and then tanked down very quickly into the 15.55 area. So my stop loss is 15.49. Didn't hit it, but looks like it's pulling back a little bit now. And then WPM, I thought I had really caught the bottom here because I got in at 27.51. It hit exactly 27.50 and pulled all the way back to 27.56, and then it has now broken through to 27.48. So I'm just keeping my eye on this one for now. I haven't set a stop, but I think THO that we got out of has now gone all the way down to low of day. So that was, I guess, a good stop loss for us. But I'll keep my eye on it. I think if I don't have success with these two stocks today, I think I'm just going to call it a day. Like I said, I have stuff to do in the afternoon, and the market is down, so I'll just sort of chalk it up to a short day. We'll sort of reevaluate tomorrow. Alright, so HGU has just tanked hard. It stopped us out at 15.49 up here. You can see it's now dropped into the 15.34, which is really, really low.
You want me to flip a coin?
You know, you look at these last 5 days down, and this is sort of the point I was looking at, 15.50, where since it gapped up, and now we're going to be certainly pushing into this high of day like 7-8 days ago. And WPM,
This suspense is killing me.
WPM did the same thing. It tanked off hard from, we're in at 27.51, and it sold off another 10 cents. It's bouncing around now, but I think that'll be it for the day, depending on how this one rebounds. So we're 0 for 2. All right, so I have had another limit order on last night that actually filled on FR at 11.58, way down here. So I'm in it now, and I just put a tight stop on it because it's already down almost 2% on the day of 11.49 right here. WPM crashed pretty hard to just over 27.25. It's making its way up. I'm in at 27.50. And HGU actually came all the way down. We stopped out at 15.49 and it tanked to like 15.20, which is pretty wild. So we just have these two, WPM and FR. And WPM, I put a stop loss of 27.24 just down here. So in these two, it's almost noon. The market itself is continuing down. A little bit of an uptrend, I guess, here, but overall the market is down 0.8% on the day, which is not great, but I will cancel any other limit orders. Yeah, there's two more potential limit orders, but I'll cancel them, and these will be the last two of the day. For me, 12.34, and just a quick update, the WPM has come back from this low. We did not get stopped out. We were at 27.24, and it pushed down to 27.29, so we were safe. Now it's pulled up to 27.44 with a little bit of a gap here. So we're in at 27.50. I am hoping for a nice uptrend on this one. The markets are sort of leveling off. This is the TSX. It's pulled up a bit and then leveled off for the last two 5-minute candles. So hopefully that will translate into the stocks. FR looks decent, in at 11.58 right here. Pulled down to 11.52, and now it's pulling back up. It's at 11.65. So I'll keep my eye on these. I do have to leave in a little while, so I might have to do the automatic sell-off on these, but we will see how it goes. All right. So it is 1:02. I need to get leaving very soon. So what I've done, I'll give you a quick update. The WPN is back up to basically where I got in at 27.50. It's been trending upwards. Pulled into 27.27, came down a little, 10 cents. It's pulled back up. So I've kept my stop loss at 11.48, or sorry, 27.24, which is 5 cents below a low of day, and I put a sell limit at 11.90, which is way up, or sorry, 27.90. I'm thinking of the other stock, which is way up close to high of day. So I'm happy to keep this overnight because I do think that if it's not today, it will be coming back up. So that's the first one on FR, in at 11.58. I did the same thing, so I have a stop loss at 11.48, which is 4 cents below low of day. It's pulled up. It's now at 11.70, and I have a sell at 11.90. 11.90 is right here. So it opened up, pulled back all the way up to just under 12 before it broke down, and you can see here it had some consistent support here at 11.85, 11.87 before it broke all the way down. So I'm hoping it can pull back up here, and then we'll sell it off. So that's where we are right now, and I'll update it probably once the markets are closed, because I'll be out and about for most of the rest of the day.
All right, I finally have some free time. It's a 7:40 p.m. and I have good news for the day. The two stocks that I had left on the set it and forget it actually did quite well. The FR, which we came in at 11:58, so we picked it up right here, close to the low of day, which was 11:52. We had a stop loss at 11:49, so obviously we just kind of ramped up, hit a big upswing, and probably sold off right in here because I had it set to sell at 11.91, so which is right here, and it sort of finished at 11.92, so pretty good stock on that one. That's plus 478, and then WPM was the other one. So for WPM, we came in at 27.51, so which is right here. And we rode this downswing. We had a stop at 27.24, I think. So again, we got close. We didn't get stopped out. It slowly came back up to our entry point, and then had a huge spike up here, and finished at 27.87. And we had our sell at 27.89. So right here, actually, we got out again at a great spot, close to the high of day, which was 27.92. So we ended up 2 and 2 on the day. So I'll just show you the 4 stocks that we did. The first 2 were losers, second 2 were winners. And overall for the day, we actually had a green day, which is the first time that has happened in some time. 284 on the winning side, so that's good news. And the market as a whole actually had a very rough morning, and it looks like it came back. So you can see here, sold off all the way through till noon, and then came all the way back up. So we kind of got in most of our stocks around here, sort of around 11 o'clock, and faced some of this downswing. So that's what sort of stopped us out for some of them. And then the market rebounded. So that ended up, it was still minus 0.37%, but it rebounded fairly well. And if you look at the volume by day for the market, quite low today actually, quite low. The lowest it's been in quite some time, since May the 12th. So let's see if the last 2 days of the week continue. We can get sort of a series of winning days as opposed to so many losing days in a row. And we will see everybody tomorrow. Thank you for watching. See ya.